forward to seeing him, for how bad this day has been, with Lady Lizzaylia being missing. I look forward to his presence. I also need to give him his festival invitation as well. Oh, he is here. Greetings.
Good evening. How are you?
Certainly have had better days.
What's dragging things down?
Do you want to sit closer? You are quite far. But there is the presumption that one of my court ladies was kidnapped.
Pardon?
There is the assumption that one of my court ladies has been kidnapped from her dorm room. That's what the headmaster was here about. Lady Daphne informed me this morning that her room had blood all over it, and Lady Lizzaylia has not been seen.
Right.
Of course, that is a private matter that we're keeping secretive, as we don't know who would have done it.
Surprised the headmaster's actually doing anything about it.
He plans to set out this evening to attempt to find her. And that's why, since that happened in Lady Daphne and Lizzaylia's dorm room, that's why Daphne is staying here.
Makes sense.
But you wished to meet. Is something wrong?
A few things really, just scattered about, but...
You still sat rather far away.
Primarily, I've fallen ill. I don't know entirely how related it is, but I know it's also been a while since I last stopped by.
I find it difficult to catch you in public to try to get you to do anything, so...
Become quite dreadful to step out in public around here.
But apologies, I have certainly been at my kingdom building area more often than not. This is my first time on campus in over a week.
I've been progressing on getting materials for my own kingdom building project, and cannot wait to have it done so I don't have to be near the dorms.
I see. My house is underway, but with our festival coming up, I've had to pause construction on it. And when it is eventually done, I do want to host events there.
It's the kingdom building areas. I believe I got a brief glimpse of yours, but it was a bit of grid work.
You likely saw where we were making our housing.
I don't know if you've seen the Blood Run progress, but we're also quite excited to host our share of events there.
No, I have not. I haven't actually seen any of the other kingdom building areas. Travel is not... I do find myself quite mobile, but long-distance travel is still quite time-consuming.
I forget sometimes that not everyone has a bat form.
Yes, I do not have a tiny, cute form with wings, unfortunately. I do have a bat plushie. Not that it helps me fly.
I looked off somewhere, so I turned around expecting to see a bat plushie, but...
It's slightly down in my dresser by my bed, and I likely best that I don't step anywhere near Daphne.
Yes.
I've also jumped off the top balcony multiple times throughout the day, and she has not stirred, so...
Good sign. Have you had any other dorm disturbances?
Not that I have really been made aware of. This Luciella's being missing and her dorm broken into is the most recent one, and the only one I really think of prior to that would have been when my room had the cat pelts left around in it, and cat food was left at Lady Daphne's.
I'd say you guys are getting lucky then, but it looks like you finally got hit hard. We've had... start. Just a lot of people believe other courts letting themselves in and just doing as they please. I feel like perhaps maybe we're the most central. We're right in the middle between Solmera and Cerulean.
Perhaps, but you would still have to go quite out of your way to get into your dorm. That is a path, a lengthy one.
True. The most fun recent incident. You know Cinder, the demon?
Yes, the weird one. Oh.
Yes. Yes, the weird one. At some point, he walked out of the library and he had a raccoon named Jimothy. And to make conversation, I commented on it and went about my way. Days later, he asked if I wanted my own Jimothy, or Jimothy. I tried to deflect at first. Then he offered again, no, I can get you a Jimothy. It's a bit rude to turn down gifts. Home, people will perhaps offer gifts on the street at times. But there's someone that carries it along, where it's a instantaneous thing and not promise. But alas, I, again, found it might be to decline, so I regretfully accepted.
I don't think it's necessarily an etiquette to gift living creatures, either.
Certainly not. Just I want to say maybe a week or so ago, I woke up to supposedly a number north of 50 raccoons. Before I woke up, they were scattered along outside, tied up inside, just anywhere. As well as a note on the wall that you cannot put up unless you're inside.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm getting minimal places on actually getting things to progress there. Because realistically, it's a matter of breaking Everthorne's rules. Certainly a violation of Bloodwind's laws. I'm not sure of Cinderland's. So the only two ways I would see about it are either sending Cinder home, so he's never anywhere close to Crown, should Cinderland win, or alternatively, just docking Cinderland points so that they don't have a chance of winning. Cassian seemingly had minimal interest in either because he favors Cinder.
Favoritism of a ruler, while is always going to happen, you shouldn't make it so blatant and tell in this academy setting, a rival that...
Certainly. Getting complaints that they want the raccoons moved, yet it's considered they're technically evidence, so I can't touch them. And the headmaster is, at least in my experience, very inactive, very unmoving on things. Bloodwind Dorm's been broken into so many times, and yet nothing has been done about it. We've had a few assemblies where everyone loses points. Past that, nothing investigative, nothing concrete comes up. It's frustrating.
Yes, assuming it's nobility doing these things, it's rather You want to have good sleight of hand, but at the same time, why do all these nobility have sleight of hand tricks?
I don't understand if Headmaster's just not looking into things here, or if, yes, somehow they're entirely magicians or magical and nothing is being left behind, no evidence, just clean in and out crimes.
I feel like part of it is a test on our part on solving things ourselves and resolving issues between courts. Maybe that's why he acted so quickly with Lady Lizzaylia, because at the end of the day, it very well may not have been any of the other courts, and it might just be an outside force at play. And he most definitely does not want a letter written from the Solus regarding the advisor's daughter being killed at the academy.
See, that's what I wonder, where if people are going to be breaking into the same building in which I sleep, feels like almost once or twice a week at this point, I feel like that at some point warrants a letter from home.
There's a lack of safety, and the professor who claims that he has a great deal of care for our safety does not show it, and rather does counterproductive things to it. But that's a whole situation.
The same day that the raccoons came up, Professor Castiel offers me a safe place. He baffled me. He tried to have me nominate someone trusted, and that it would be a private, unknown of place. Found it just ironic that the same day that Cinderloon essentially vandalizes Bloodwyn, that then Cinderloon wants to protect Bloodwyn, or expect to be trusted with it.
Yes, he approached me with that as well, and told me that, no, your siblings can't know about its location. And this all happened a couple days prior to him trying to coerce me into getting into a small box with a wither, and me saying no, he tried to turn my court against me.
Oh.
So, frankly, I suggested, oh, well, as you know, fell folk have lighter steps. We can walk near ancient cities. Perhaps build mine under that, and I'll let him have fun with that. I don't plan to use it.
Tried to get you into a small box, and then he wants to build you a different small box?
Perhaps this different small box won't have a wither in it, so it is slightly more appealing, but I can't say by much.
I also find it interesting, because I don't think the same was requested or coerced of me. I think I've fought any wither, and I don't think I've been requested into any small boxes.
He was adamant that for mob studies, the head heir had to come to his class and had to pick someone to fight a wither with them. I told him mob studies is not a required class for me, nor was I informed of this. Thirdly, I have no combat experience, and he knows it, and he's trying to get me into a boss mob box. And when I declined, he stated, actually not just to my court, in front of his entire class, that, for the exact words, but something along the lines of, Solmera, you do not get this opportunity because your head heir has said no, talk to her about it, when all of them attended that class specifically to fight the wither. It's
fascinating.
No, I certainly laid into him, and then I went to the headmaster afterwards, so maybe that's why he hasn't bothered you with it.
Makes sense. This means you're successful, if so.
I suppose. I got an apology out of him after everything, so he's certainly not getting one from me.
The other thing, my mail has just been ridiculous. I don't know if you've had the same abuse of the mailboxes, but things I receive are just baffling. I don't have any of the photos on it. The plushies. For a few weeks, I kept having photos show up in my mailbox of the plushies being maimed or mutilated
Oh,
in
you
brand
gave
new
me one.
ways. Right, yes, under the water, and then there was one above a campfire. And they've stopped, which is relieving but also a little worrying.
I don't remember seeing your plushie around the dorm. We had a lot of excess of your plushies, and they've been laid about the dorm. And I'm realizing I don't know if I've seen them much lately. I've been slowly
Boy.
collecting them. I don't know who in my court's doing it, but someone keeps putting you in the oven. I don't know if they're behind the
Aw.
photos, but I have multiple burnt plushies of you.
Great. Mildly terrifying.
I have 3.
Carry them with you for good luck at all times.
What else am I meant to do with these? Do I just... Is this the proper use
does
of
look
your
comfortable
oh
there.
so divine plushies? I'm going to look insane. Oh? Now, that is very obviously one that I could not have done.
You can scale the logs here.
I suppose if I guess I can do that. I can grip onto the wall when I jump, but... Okay.
Or I've heard rumor that they have a mind of their own, so it could also be argued that perhaps got up there on its own. Who knows? Here, an extra that you can give to the sleeping Daphne.
I have too many.
No, it's another then.
There's still, at minimum, I believe, 3 more lurking around the dorms. Like, not in anyone's possession. No!
The other thing, I got in my mail today this.
Oh, what is the note?
Well, most of it is just chicken scratch, and Charybdin suggested that it might be doctor handwriting. I truly don't believe it is any words. The only recognizable word is up at the top. Divorce, and then my name. And I really don't... I cannot think of a reason that someone would put this in my mailbox. I think Charybdin suggested that it might be because or asked if I have flirted with Paxton.
Oh.
I haven't.
I would say perhaps it's from 7, but you're the one who ended things with him. Actually, perhaps it is from 7.
Well, apparently... I don't know if Charybdin mentioned anyone else, but I know there was something about potentially flirting with Paxton merits getting one of these. But... I just don't think that I've flirted with Paxton. I've set him up with people.
Oh.
I tried, but...
Oh, I do remember you doing that when he quite literally already had a date. You were setting up Lord Paxton with Lady Willow for the winter ball when he was
I
already
also
agreed
did
to
that,
go with my
yes.
sister.
Uh-huh. No, he attended the quick courting, and a few people, when asked to describe their exact type, they pretty much described Paxton.
You went to quick courting.
Primarily as outreach.
I see. Outreach.
It was an event that my court hosted, so I figured I should show face and make good conversation. I think I also caught the ire of Rosalind, though, because I wanted to avoid my conversation with Cinder that was coming up, so me and Dante instead Sat for, I believe, 3 rounds.
Interesting.
Overall, it was, I think, successful in turnout. I just don't think that it was the demographics that Rosalind had hoped. I think that it was primarily men.
I got asked if I wanted to go, and I very firmly said no. I think I was with Tavali, and Tavali also said no about going. I don't know, maybe it's more so, I know Lady Daphne did attend, but
Indeed.
we take courting much more seriously and don't necessarily want to use it as maybe Lady Rosalind didn't intend for it to be more of a joke thing, but I do believe that's what people made it out to be.
It is somewhat how it ended up, so I would have to agree.
She is good at hosting events, though. She's hosted many small activities.
The birthday party they put on was quite nice.
I fear I was not there for too long. Well, the most of the time I was there was during a werewolves game that was dreadful.
You know what? I robbed this photo from the library because I didn't want it in public circulation, but maybe you'll take humor in it.
I will put it in a safe spot.
Great. At the thought, I was like, I believe I had some photos from on me. That's the main one.
Yes, I looked at the photo album and saw there was a couple of me in there, but I know I didn't use my camera at all.
I used a mix of my own camera and the camera there and then forgot to turn it in.
I'm just more of I live in the moment for that. I also did not feel it was my element, I suppose. It was much more, I don't even know the correct word to do it, but not the atmosphere I am accustomed to.
Being in a cave or taking photos?
Being improperly dressed in a debaucherous manner, I suppose.
I can agree.
I went out of respect as it was the first birthday party being hosted, so I didn't want to not show, but I also hadn't really intended to go until Lady Daphne asked me if I was attending. Actually, no, it was Lady Viscountess Veswin who asked me, and once Lady Daphne confirmed she was, I agreed as well.
So I've been trying to just attend any event that comes up, as I believe it's good to show face. A lot of my training at home was just, I suppose, how to be memorable, because that's a lot of what people just in Ludwin culture care about. There's enough layers to the court, and just off of the way that the rule of sovereign functions, it's best that you can be memorized as a friendly face. The harder actions are going to be taken behind closed doors, and someone down the chain will actually handle things. But if they can associate those things with, or if they're unable to associate those things with the positive impression they have of you, then you've done your job.
I have to take care to ensure that my reputation does not get marred in any way, so I typically, that birthday would be something I would never attend if it hadn't been directly asked of me by the Viscountess. In the same way, I don't plan to attend the slumber party. It is also something that I see as improper, and even if people at the Academy seem to view it as all right, I am very, very aware that it would be considered a very high scandal within Solmera to go to a
It's
intermingled slumber party of men and women.
It's hosted in the castle, correct?
It is. I believe that's what the poster said, but a reputation of a lady is very fragile. It takes one rumor spread about, and suddenly she has fallen from society's grace.
We had one Bloodwind sleepover slumber party. I don't think anyone actually slept. I think we all just returned to our rooms. It was such a odd event scenario. I don't know how to put it. I can't imagine being in what is technically public view. Just
Pajamas, and it just feels, I don't know, you mentioned people are breaking into the dorms anyways, but it also just feels more dangerous at being in a more common space. Especially with how comfortable people do seem to be to break into Anyone that's seen at the slumber party is going to be assumed to not be in the dorm room. That is going to be prime pricking for people to snoop around dorms. I do not think I will be attending. I don't think there's anything in my dorm to find, quite frankly. I'm not leaving the plushies up. I'll leave the one on the ceiling just because I can't get that one down.
I can get it down if you would like.
I would say they wouldn't notice, but I feel like if someone enters into my room, they are going to notice because they're entering to find things.
There's a way to get your own plush now. I've seen it on the board.
I did see that poster up, or sign, I suppose. I know I inquired with you previously about getting me in contact with someone for the Valentine's Day festival, but I don't believe we'll have one in time, so I'll have to skip on it.
Oh. Well, perhaps we'll one day see a mini Katarina wandering around. Or still, if it's not cursed like these.
To avoid it being cursed, I might just have to go find a different... Lady Daphne has very many people who work on plushies. They normally do animals, but I'm certain they could make one that resembles me.
Feels like he's making eye contact.
He's looking 2 different ways.
He's got one eye on you, then.
Of course he does. I'm stunning. Haven't you seen my poster all around the school, apparently?
I have. Congratulations on
Every
that.
turn, I see a very, very bright photo in the distance, and you get closer, and it is my hair. I cannot take credit. The vote was for the best dressed, and the dress was designed by Lady Marjorie. I simply wore it.
Well, I'm sure it looks better on you than it does on me.
Oh, it certainly does.
Thank
what?
you.
But what did you just finish your sentence with?
I said it looks better on you than it looks on me.
I suppose so. I it certainly looks better on me than does anyone else, but I guess it still holds true because I was going for more of an ego supply, instead I just insulted you.
And yes, that's why I followed up with thank you. I didn't even have to finish my sentence for you to confirm it.
What? I'm a very pretty lady. It's already been confirmed at the Winter Ball. I've won 2 appearance-based competitions now at the Academy.
Well earned.
Of course. Solmera has a great value on beauty, and it is a necessity.
Need to, I suppose, freshen up my wardrobe, but it's also just colder now, and I only have a few coats, so my options have been limited.
Would you like a winter gown?
No, I think I'm all right, but I appreciate the offer. I don't think I can do it justice like you may.
I can put a cat face on it.
I don't think that would be the issue.
You said you like to make your face known and be memorable.
I already, unfortunately, have a dress.
Mine would be better. Better worn, at least. It would make me happier.
Get that straight, you don't want to see me in this dress, then.
Oh, I would love to see you in the dress.
I'm gonna pretend
And the one I make
didn't-
for you.
Oh, you're custom making it.
I'll design it, and someone else would have to physically make it. I don't have the skill set to sew. I gotta miss it from the headmaster.
Do I need to step out?
No, he's just talking about point reduction, or no point reductions, but there being detentions. For I overheard him talking to one of my court members, and they mentioned, yeah, he mentioned to my court member, someone already confessed that all the Felfolk use the abilities in the school. I don't! I'm not going to this attention, if I'm included in it. I might have to.
I find it ridiculous that's the strategy that is being doubled down on. I don't get at all how it's effective. Because if a court is truly innocent, and ours was at least last time, as far as I was aware, then we just take a hit, and for nothing. Meanwhile, those that actually have violated rule or law, then just get to, I guess, say so and get off clean.
Do I make issue of this, or do I just take the detention? That's a reputation strike, though.
That's what I was thinking. Perhaps push for a different punishment if it's going to be overall. Claim ignorance, perhaps? The rules are so wishy-washy on how they're clarified. The actual rulebook says that ability usage is off limits until the Nether and End are open for access on school grounds. And the headmaster will say that ability use now is actually fine anywhere except for school. There's just this interpretation and this interpretation and this he said, she said. It's so messy, and you can't tell I'm a bit frustrated with how things are going here.
Before I go on full defensive, I'm just asking to see who all in my court has detention regarding it, and if he says all of us, then I'm going to counter. I'm not.
Smart.
I don't want detention. I follow the rules for a reason. I have broke one rule for good reason, and I'm not going to confess to it. Actually, I broke two. The other one was at the first day of school, because I did, in fact, climb all over the engineering room, but we've already been scolded for that.
I feel I've broken perhaps a few rules.
Actually, I suppose I'm breaking over right now. It does say that both parties would be punished if they're in the dorm. So you being here and me knowing of it would also warrant me punishment.
But I do think it is all in good faith. I don't think it's, I suppose, stepping into another dorm to leave raccoons everywhere.
I don't think the headmaster meant to just confirm to me who said the entire court, but he just did. But I'm not included in the detention list, so I will leave it be.
Fascinating, these selections we've been brought here with.
Yes, I know my father had heavy hand in who he sent with us, so I am very curious on why he chose who he did.
We had one of ours come back from over a month at home and immediately make a complaint box, to which someone else, theoretically higher in acting power, moved it outside. Anyone could read it. Complaints such as, the urn from upstairs is gone. I don't like that it's not on the shelf where I like it. Or a complaint box, or a complaint that says, there wasn't a complaint box until now. You're welcome. Upstairs neighbors are loud.
I
Demons
want a
clearly
complaint
are
box
getting
just
into our
because this is
dorms.
funny.
Make it stop. Dining room isn't accessible. And others. I agree, it's funny solely because I don't...
Nothing serious has been put into it.
Well, it was quickly after removed because we're of less than 10 people here. I believe that any issue can come straight to me.
People like to be, or feel at least, that there are anonymous and more truthful.
No, she signed it.
Oh. No, well, not just, well, did all of them sign them? I was more so saying that someone might want to drop off a complaint into the complaint box, even if they're not the one who made the box, because they don't feel comfortable breaking it up themselves.
That's fair. But also, I feel like it is a matter of court security as well, because if people are going to break in every which way and pilfer through things, you don't want a box of, here's every weak point we have right now.
Mm-hmm. You want to ensure that your court looks like it has unity.
Indeed.
Sorry, I got reminded about Professor Castile, and it made me angry. Yes, tell your entire class that, yes, blame me for the fact you're not willing to do your job as a teacher, and let my court fight a wither. Perfect. It's a sore spot, and I'm never going to get over it, actually. That is very engraved into me at this point.
Indeed.
Don't try to put me in a wither box, and we will be fine.
Either which way that Cinderloon cuts it, I really don't see a way forward where I ever look at the court the same. Cassian, their acting head here, so blatantly displaying his favoritism and blatantly trying to just shrug it off.
Oh, this is tea gossip. He ended things with Lady Daphne because apparently she no longer had her spark.
There's things with him and Daphne?
I didn't know.
I don't think I did.
I think it was pretty public. They went to the ball together, and they've been spending much time together the past couple months. Since
A few
arriving.
people went to the ball together.
Honestly, that was probably because he was running the photography stuff, and he quite literally could not do anything but do the photography stuff. I don't know. I can't tell her I told you so, because I didn't think he was serious from the beginning. He confused her with me.
Oh.
Came up to me with Lady Daphne, and I had to just stare at him.
Didn't recognize you.
He called me Lady Daphne. He was looking for Lady Daphne, I suppose, saw a fellfolk and approached me. And wow. Lady Daphne laughed it off, so I wasn't going to push it. She courts much more than I certainly do. And I hope she doesn't take this too personally, because I'm not sure how exactly I'm supposed to deal with her having a crash out about the High Chancellor of Cinderloon.
Well, they are certainly my least favorite. So if...
It's unfortunate they're in the lead. You're in second. Do you have extra credit prepared for Royal Code tomorrow?
There's Royal Code for... or extra credit? My brain is so scrambled right now. Extra credit for Royal Code?
Professor Cribden was not very impressed that I had only asked about the Royal Code today, but given I only learned about it today, and the person she told was Lady Lizzaylia, who's not here, I certainly did not know about it. Let me find... it's not that one. Is it this one? So we are to come to Royal Code tomorrow with either pictures or paintings of different outfits that signify different social classes and positions. So what commoners might wear in your region compared to nobility, and what in your case the sovereign might wear that's different from, say, the advisor, master, or coin. Just different outfits or accessories that show different positions and just class positions. And she said there is permission tomorrow to not be within uniform if we are wearing an outfit that is showing off something for extra credit. So I will likely put on, I don't know if I have anything. I might have to throw something together about, I should have something. If Tavali's going, I might have Tavali wear her priestess robes. I will wear one of my banquet outfits. But like she mentioned how in the case of Everthorne as a whole, and how the queens and kings would wear crowns and such, just those status symbols, and showing and explaining them.
These are... everyone, including the professors, there's such a weird lack of communication.
Yeah, it was on the notice board. I'm not sure for how long. This is my first time at the academy in a week. So I asked because I just saw it today, but there's a chance someone of your court did ask and they just neglected to inform you. That also seems, at least that's an issue that I've had within Solmera, is they gain information and don't feel the need to relay it to me promptly.
But I'm not alone on that.
Yes, I think that's where part of the issue with Professor Cassian the Wither came in at, was apparently he told the previous class that this would be happening, and then my court didn't tell me, but then my court says he didn't tell us it was for the next class, he just said it would happen in the future, but... I don't know. It's been annoying.
I've gathered.
But yeah, I definitely suggest, if you can, throwing together whatever you can for the extra credit. I don't know, she seemed very much lectury on the fact that I was just asking the night before, and she said you should ask like a week prior the class or when the extra credit is due, and so I wouldn't suggest asking her about it.
Right.
But I'm also concerned that if you...
System.
I know.
These things be mailed out to the relevant people instead of ask and I will tell. We had a conversation with Charybdin about points and feeling there was a bias, and then instead they tell us, no, you actually did get the most points, I just didn't announce it. Here, a compromise. At any point in the class, you can ask me, and I'll let you know if you've gotten points this class. Which feels so backwards. It's everything at this academy that just has me up the wall.
Yes, I the teachers, because it's the academy's stance, the professors view them as above us, and frankly, they aren't. Headmaster Phelan, or aka Prince Phelan Thorne of the Everthorne Kingdom, certainly he is ranked above me. Does he have much power to his name? Not necessarily. But I do acknowledge that in the hierarchy end of things, that he does technically outrank the Thorn Concord. The professors do not. And them being our teachers does not put them above us.
Thinking about it, I've definitely had my issues with the headmaster, Astiel, Ribden. Does Saren even work here anymore?
It's hard to have issue with the Saren because you will never see her. She is very occupied with her magical studies.
I really cannot name the last time I've seen her.
She had a birthday party recently, but I had to complain regarding the fact that we weren't getting our mail in a timely manner. And so the headmaster has taken that duty away from her.
Huh.
She...
I don't even know where there's a birthday.
I do think she does well at teaching. She's very knowledgeable in her subjects. It's just her free time is dedicated to learning more about her interest in her subjects. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but it also makes her very much unavailable to the student body.
Right. Fascinating.
I just thought of another thing I could confess to the headmaster for. I'm not going to, but I could. I hosted the beach party. I forgot to ask for permission, and that became relevant to me when Cinderlin got in trouble for it. I was thinking, oh, we don't need permission to leave campus because we don't need to for kingdom building, and we had gone to kingdom building first. We just happened to leave from kingdom building to the beach part. Not confessing to that. I did cover my tracks, and Professor Saren is lying for me if it ever gets asked, but I doubt it will. It's very much water under the bridge.
Oh, I certainly won't bring it up, so you're
Oh,
safe
you
on
better
my
not,
front.
quite frankly.
Oh, I'm intimidated.
I would not be very happy. This is set in good conscience regarding everything going on.
Right.
Hello.
Just has this look to it.
He's charming.
It's not where I was going, but I'll take it.
I feel like I see you around the castle grounds, speaking with great confidence in yourself. You have to speak with great confidence in yourself. It looks like you.
Yeah, but it has this look to its eyes.
And you don't?
I don't think... I think it's got a different look to its eyes.
Well, not just the festival, but Valentine's Day is coming up soon.
Oh.
Yeah, we're hosting the festival the day afterwards. I actually have all the invites written. I won't flood you with your entire courts, but I will give you yours at least. But it's on the 15th. Do you think that you will be able to attend?
Sorry, I was looking over the invite. The 15th, well, unless the sickness takes me out, I should be.
Do you need blood? You mentioned it might be the cause.
That was where I was going with that initially.
And you have to be direct about it. I talk a lot.
I figured it would be a thing before I left. I thought you were already on the same page about it. Apologies.
Well, I don't want it to be forgotten. And you also don't get to have an excuse to not attend.
Oh, the... Yes, I should be free the 15th.
Given the spirit of the holiday, I certainly would like to attend with somebody.
You're not just saying something about being direct because I'm getting an implication?
Well, I want to be asked. Is that direct enough for you? And I like flowers.
Is it...
Does he not want to? I didn't think this would be something that needed much thought.
And you said you're inviting everybody?
Mm-hmm. I have invitations for all students and teachers. I suppose I can write one for the groundskeeper as well.
Inviting the groundskeeper.
I give him a brief vacation because it's not on school grounds.
True. Do you think the groundskeeper is going to have a date?
He showed up to the ball alone, but he did dance with Lord Dante, did he not?
He did, and he denied a dance from me.
An utter travesty, I'm sure. Is he not going to ask?
Well, looking through the invite, it does look interesting. Dress code shouldn't be too difficult, having red in the outfit somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the art gallery, I do... interested in that.
I thought it might
Is
be
that
something
just...
Lady Celica might be interested in, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned it to her.
There was a way to, I suppose, put... Well, I mean, if I can find out how to make a disc, I could put up a jukebox.
I suppose you could. You could also perform it live.
I believe if it's just art, just a gallery, then I can't just stand there all night, can I?
No, you can't, because there's other activities to do, but you can't because he's going to be accompanying me, right? He shouldn't be standing up there the entire time. Lady Daphne that mentioned that a good way to get someone to ask you is to be smooth about it and hint towards it, and he called me out immediately, but then didn't ask me. I thought this was going really well. Perhaps he views me as too open, that I am too revealing with my words. After all, I immediately tattled to him that I didn't have permission for the beach party. He could use that against me, should he find himself needing to. What if he thinks I'll be so free of saying information between us two to others?
Oh. Just got a missive from court members. I'll need to step out for a bit.
I see. Can I expect you back?
Depending on how long the matter takes, I suppose.
Then what about
I'll let you know.
Do you need to take the blood now, then?
With this member, it does tend to get out of hand, so perhaps.
I see, but even if it is quite late at night, I will say I will be around.
Sure. Do you have a arm of choice?
Either or. Nope.
Right?
I am, thank you.
I'll let you know.
I gave him the setup to ask. He didn't ask. You're not allowed to wave your Katarina. You're not allowed to. Wavering shows weakness, and a weakness can be used against you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.